Hello friends, in previous lecture we have seen regarding design of grid chamber. In that we have seen formula for critical velocity, formula for settling velocity, then we have seen clearing of the grid, and finally we have seen the techniques for disposal of grid. In this lecture I am going to start with sedimentation or primary sedimentation. So in this we are going to study what is meant by sedimentation, general consideration in sedimentation, objectives of sedimentation, principle of sedimentation, factors affecting sedimentation, types of sedimentation tank, and types of settling. So starting with introductory part, primary sedimentation in wastewater. After removal of large floating and suspended materials through screen and heavier grit materials in grit chamber, the wastewater is typically directed to primary clarifier or primary sedimentation tank for the removal of suspended organics as well as finer inorganic solids. Sedimentation is essentially a phase separation technique for separating liquid and solids. A sedimentation tank is a structure in which wastewater is filled and stored for some time to remove the suspended particles present in the wastewater. These particles may settle at the bottom of the tank and are removed by using a scraper arrangement. The objective of primary sedimentation. The objective of primary sedimentation, also called as primary treatment, is the removal of settleable organic solids and floating organic material called as scum in order to reduce the suspended solids load for remaining treatment units or processes. Scum is usually disposed separately or in combination with sludge in wastewater treatment plant. Primary sedimentation is a form of centralized or semi-centralized wastewater treatment and is an integral part of conventional wastewater treatment plant. The settled primary sludge solids, which are highly putrescible, must be continuously removed from the bottom of the sedimentation tank and stabilized, usually by anaerobic digestion. Primary sludge typically contains 2 to 5% of total solids and about 60 to 80% of organic solids. Then next important, principle of sedimentation. The very fundamental principle underlying the process of sedimentation is that the organic matter present in sewage is having specific gravity greater than that of water. In stagnant sewage, these particles will therefore tend to settle down by gravity, whereas in flowing sewage they kept in suspension because of turbulence. Hence, as soon as turbulence is retarded by offering storage to the sewage or by reducing the flow velocity, these impurities tends to settle at the bottom of the tank. This is principle of sedimentation. Next, factors affecting sedimentation. There are various factors on which efficiency of sedimentation depends. So first one, shape, size, density and nature of particles or impurities present in wastewater. Second factor, viscosity, density and temperature of wastewater. Then surface overflow rate applied on particular sedimentation tank. Then velocity of flow. So depending upon the velocity of flow or horizontal velocity, the sedimentation efficiency increases or decreases. Then inlet and outlet arrangement. Depending upon inlet and outlet arrangement, also the efficiency will increase or decrease. Then detention period. Depending upon the detention period also, the efficiency will be affected. And effective depth of settling. So on all these factors, the efficiency of sedimentation of a particular tank will depend. Then types of settling. Generally, settling which is taking place in sedimentation tank classified into 4 types. So first type of settling is called as discrete particle settling. In this type of settling, particles settle individually without interaction with the neighboring particle. Means each individual particle will settle separately depending upon its specific gravity. Second type of settling is called as flocculent settling. Flocculation causes the particle to increase in mass and settle at a faster rate. So flocculent settling will occur when we are adding different flocculant into that wastewater, and due to the addition of flocculant, a large mass of particles will form, and that large mass settle at a faster rate. Third type of settling is called as hindered settling or zone settling. In this, the mass of particles tends to settle as a unit, with individual particles remaining in fixed position with respect to each other. So zone settling means depending upon the size of the particles, means same size of particle will remain in a particular zone, and that zone will settle as a complete zone. Next type of zone or next type of settling is compression settling. The concentration of particles is so high that sedimentation can only occur through compaction of the structure. So the fourth type, that is compression settling, is occur when the concentration of suspended particles is very high in wastewater. Next one, this is the flow diagram for the conventional wastewater treatment plant. Now, as we have seen, the treatment of wastewater is classified into 3 categories: preliminary treatment, primary treatment and the secondary treatment. So, sedimentation of different size particle takes place twice in a conventional treatment plant. First is called as primary sedimentation, which is always constructed after the grit chamber, and secondary treatment or secondary sedimentation tank is always provided after the aeration tank, or we can say after the secondary treatment, and in both of these the sediment of different organic particles takes place. Next one, types of sedimentation tanks. So depending upon various factors, sedimentation tanks are classified as below. First one, based on method of operation. So as per the method of operation, tanks may be classified as fill and draw type of tank and continuous flow type of tank. In case of fill and draw type of tank, we are filling the tank and the wastewater is kept stagnant for particular time. We are called it as a detention time, and in that detention period the impurities will settle at the bottom, and then impurities are taken out and again it is filled. Second type, a continuous flow type of tank, in which the wastewater is continuously flowing, and in the continuous flow the particles will settle due to the reduction of velocity. Then based upon the shape of the tank, the sedimentation tanks are classified as circular tank, rectangular tank and hopper bottom type of tank, in which the bottom is narrower type. And the third classification is based upon location, that is primary sedimentation tank and the secondary sedimentation tank. So in this unit we have studied the introductory part of sedimentation, then objective of sedimentation, principle of sedimentation, factor affecting sedimentation, then types of settling, and finally we have seen the different types of sedimentation tank. So this is all about this lecture. Thank you.